Alright, let's complain today. You see the title. People are making up these type of stories for attention now. I'm not even surprised it's on TikTok, and it's probably not gonna go anywhere, and it's probably gonna go to different sites when TikTok is gone. In these stories, there's always a long lost sibling that they mistakenly had relations with. I thought we were out of the clout era, but apparently not. Also, the person that made this got exposed on Twitter for lying. I'll get to that later. Let's hear what your boy Robert has to say. He's a little long-winded, so get ready.
Give me the tea. What's the drama? What's happening in your life? I want to know. I'm bored.
Okay, so like I can't believe I'm gonna tell you this, but I don't have any followers on this account, so it's probably not gonna go anywhere anyways. So it all started 19 and a half years ago, almost 20 now. My biological father and my mom had split up, and he was with this girl named Rebecca, and together they had a child. Well, my dad is a piece of shit, and him and Rebecca broke up. Well, me and my little brother were getting older, and Rebecca didn't want my little brother to know that I was his brother. So she asked my mom if I could say that he was my cousin, and my mom was like, no, I'm not doing that. My mom's like that. My mom was like me. Like, she's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. That's stupid. And then she was like, okay, well, I guess then they can't see each other anymore. So me and my long lost little brother, we were estranged for 19 years. Fast forward to last October, I happened to come across his TikTok, and I reached out to him, and we clicked instantly. Like, we are the exact same person, which is a problem because I fucking hate myself. And so, like, I didn't realize that I would hate the second version of me too. And I was living in Tennessee, and I met him, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pack up everything and I'm gonna move back to California, and my grandparents are gonna let me move in there to their house because I found my long lost little brother, something that took everybody else 19 years to do. Nobody was even looking for him. I was looking for him. I started my whole entire social media back when I was 8 years old on MySpace to look for my little brother. And then along the road, after all these years, like, it wasn't such an intense search anymore. But, I always had in the back of my mind, if I found my little brother, like, that would be really cool. So I did find him, right? And I packed up all of my stuff in Tennessee, and I went to California. Well, I don't know if I was just delusional and completely forgot the relationship that I had with my grandparents. They basically raised me. They're like my parents. My parents are kind of like my kids type beat. And they were not having it. They were like, no, you cannot live here. I give my grandma high blood pressure, apparently. We're just Italian, and we get in arguments, and she just doesn't embrace her Italian heritage, so she doesn't like to argue because she says it gives her high blood pressure. Besides the point. So I went to the garage to get me and my little brother some water bottles, and apparently while I was in the garage, my grandparents had told him, they said, hey, um, Robert cannot stay here, but if you need a place to go, you are more than welcome with open arms. And I was like, what the fuck? You don't even know this kid. Like, first of all, he could be a thief. He could be a drug addict. Like, we don't even know this kid. You guys know me. I'm the only grandkid that my grandparents have that, like, literally would drop everything I'm doing to mow my grandparents' lawn for them, would drop everything I'm doing to help my grandpa, like, hang Christmas lights, whatever. So, anyways, my brother was like, no, you guys are fucking fake as fuck. I'm gonna go live with him. And so we were supposed to move to Maryland together. And we were just hanging out, and we went to the When We Were Young festival in Vegas, and everything seemed so real. It felt like we were rolling. Like, I don't know if you know what rolling is, but we were sober. We were not drinking. We were barely kind of smoking here and there, but like we were mostly sober. Then one night, we were car camping, and we had taken shrooms, and we started talking, and we were like so sure that I was God and he was Jesus Christ. I That's all I'm gonna say about that. And we just, we thought that we, like, literally, we thought we were doing something, right? And we started building all these, like, crazy delusions, like how we're gonna save the world, and it was mind-boggling for a sober person. Like, I'm thinking about this now, stone cold sober, thinking about how stone cold sober I was back then, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what were we on? So fast forward a week later, And I don't even know how, I don't even know how, I don't even think I should post this. Long story short is he had said maybe we should be together. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, that's like actually fucking crazy. And I don't know if it was because I really don't know. I don't even know. And I was like, well, no, probably not that. But I'm a people pleaser, right? So, like he would like kind of like flirt with me and stuff like that, and like I would just like, whatever. Um, One thing led to another, and I hooked up with my little brother, and that shit turned me straight. Let me tell you, I had questioned my sexuality my whole entire life. People around me made me question my sexuality. The internet made me question my sexuality. TikTok made me question my sexuality. TikTok has made me question every single thing about myself. But I don't know if it's like a blessing or a curse, but let me tell you, and not that it's bad to be gay. I love gay people. I think that gay people are so fucking cool. But my whole entire life, I had just done whatever anybody wanted from me because I'm a people pleaser. Let me tell you, something about two consenting adults being blood related and doing something like that will really fucking open your eyes. Needless to say, we haven't spoken in months. He fucking hates me. I get it. Like, I'm his older brother. I was supposed to like protect him and not do that with him. But all I've ever wanted was like a homeboy, like I've always been like the guy in a group of girlfriends, and don't get me wrong, I love it, but that's what's kind of given me a lot of femininity, hanging out with girls all the time and being around girls and being raised by a mom who was mostly single most of the time, and even when she wasn't single, she was basically raising my dad, my sister's dad, her boyfriends like they were her kids. I've only really been around women my whole entire life, and horrible, toxic, abusive, alcoholic piece of shit men. All I've ever wanted was one solid homeboy. And I've had an issue in my past where I make people feel some type of way. And people always say, Robbie, I've never felt this way about a guy before. And I'm like, well, hold up, buckaroo. And then we hook up. And then we're no longer friends. And I had kind of like given my brother a rundown of my life story, told him that these types of things happened to me, and he was like, damn, dude, that's crazy. And then I was like, yeah, man, I'm so happy that I finally get to have a friendship with another man, and that won't be an issue. And then the same thing fucking happened. My own little brother fell in love with me. That's fucking crazy. Anyways,
let's quickly recap this BS. Robert has been looking for his brother since 8 years old. After the little brother's mom said they couldn't see each other because she didn't want them to know they were brothers. He found him through TikTok 19 years later, moved in with him, they started hanging out, enjoying each other's company. Then his brother said, we should be together. Alright dude, this is a Wattpad freaking story. If you put it on there, you probably would have made some money. Robert was against it, but he said he's a people pleaser, so eventually he did you know what. Then that turned him straight. His brother now hates him. All he wants is a guy friend. There's a cycle of him turning straight men gay, hooking up with them, then never talking to them again. Entertaining story, but you know it's BS. Come on, bro. The only thing I think is true is the grandparents not liking him and other people not liking him. He was called out on Twitter for lying by No Neck Nick. He says, I went to high school with this man, and the fact that he's lying about sibling relations to get clout is so disgusting. Do not believe anything this man says, I beg of you. Robert, if you see this, please seek help immediately. He's not even Italian, he's Irish. He lied about being a nomad and lied about being in a polyamorous relationship with 2 women even though he's gay. He lied about being born with 2 different eye colors as well. This guy's a serial liar, man. And I don't know what you get out of this. I don't know what you get out of this story. Yes, people might look for who you are, but there's no follow-up. There's nothing after this. Man, the things people do for clout is crazy. There's no helping him either, bro. He's an adult. It's too late for him. I can only imagine what his parents and family think. You did all this for nothing. You get nothing out of this. And dude, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is maybe he has an OnlyFans, but this is the only video on his account, so yeah. This is just pretty much for nothing. Just clout. Overall, people would do anything for attention. The clout era is permanent, so I guess I should stop calling it that. The sad thing is people of all ages are chasing it, but hey, that's just the internet. Anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you Robert for the content.